I think it's only fair we hear from Nibbit's side now. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your best men, Melvin and Chidgen.
Honestly, it's crazy. There comes a time in everyone's life where they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person that's going to know them and love them for the rest of their life. That moment for Nibbin came 25 years ago when he met me. Look, I know some of you may be confused right now, but yes, I am the one and only little brother of the Groom. I know we don't look alike at all right now, but there was once a time my brother and I were like two peas in a pod. Just take a look. As you can see, Nibbin has known me and been a role model of mine since I've been diapers. And I know he'll continue to be a role model of mine till I'm once again in diapers. But this brotherly love growing up didn't come so fast. In fact, for my brother and I, love came in the form of intense rivalry and wrestling matches that somehow always ended up with me being hurt and him consoling me saying, "Shh, you're fine, don't tell mom." But when Nibbin wasn't torturing me, or when I wasn't torturing him, we naturally bonded when we were getting tortured together by our parents. You see, for my parents, love came in the form of a 16-inch stick that my father so graciously brought from India. Thank you. So as you may assume, we received a lot of love together growing up. But that's what made the dynamic of our relationship so interesting. I guess our old parents did rub off on us to show that love can be expressed beyond words. You know, as the years went on, it seemed as though our rivalry was dying down and the friendship was beginning to develop. I'll never forget this day. It was a cloudy day on January 14, 2016. I was blessed to receive a notification that my brother finally accepted my Facebook friend request that was pending over 3 years. I knew what this meant. It meant that things were starting to turn the corner. Okay. All jokes aside, I hate to admit it, but if you know me and you know my brother, you would know the best parts of me come from him. And it's no surprise. As a younger brother, it was my honor and duty to be interested in everything that he was interested in. But it wasn't just the little things that influenced me on. It was all the small things that he did in the day-to-day life. His taste in music became my playlist. Basically Drake and then some. His hobbies like basketball became my passion to be better than him in all of it. And then his sense of style became my fashion guide. So much so that I'm unsure what I'm gonna wear once he leaves the house. But most importantly, it was his courage to be himself that became my inspiration to be authentic. You see, whereas I got to see Nibbin growing up, navigating his life, basically plagiarizing him and giving him no credit, he didn't. So whether it was becoming part of the first DJ in our family to be able to do that and have no one to look up to, or being the first family member to make such a commitment as this, my brother is the epitome of being courageously authentic. But with courage, inevitably, comes mistakes. They say a wise man learns from their mistakes, but a wiser man learns from the mistake of others. And I can gratefully say that I learned from a brother in so many ways, but especially on things not to do. You see, my parents had to learn the hard way that this charming light-skinned boy wasn't exactly invincible growing up. And I got to learn the more easy and efficient way by watching him. I once watched my brother test his superhuman strength by jumping in front of a moving car. Judging from the state of his body, it was something in which I learned not to do. Or the time he wanted to see how hot boiling chai was by spilling it all over himself. Judging from his second-degree burns on his tummy, it was something in which I learned not to do. Or the time I got to see his curiosity spark, literally, when he was playing with matches and almost burned the house down. It was something in which I learned not to do. But you know what I admired? I admired the far-fetched dream chaser that he was when he was trying to reach for the stars by jumping on top of the bed. Unfortunately, there was a barrier stopping him from attaining such a task. That barrier was called a ceiling. He jumped and jumped, only to crack open his skull and end up in the hospital. This was fundamental in my learning experience. Something in which I learned, say it with me now, what to do. I'm sorry. You see, sometimes courage can lead to our misery, affecting ourselves and most importantly, our loved ones. But sometimes our courage has the power to shape our future in a profound way. You see, as a little brother, I got to see, even in those moments of mishaps, my brother's courage didn't waver. In fact, that courage eventually leads us to the place where we are today. That courage came in the form of a direct message, an Insta DM that has manifested itself to the occasion where we all standing today with that beautiful woman sitting right beside him, Merlin. Oh, Merlin, look at you. Guys, doesn't my Chechi look as stunning right now? Can we make some noise? Can we make some noise real quick? I'll be honest, first time I met Merlin, I was shocked and confused at the same exact time. I remember thinking to myself, how could a woman like this be with a guy like Nibbin? The math just didn't add up. That's why I had no correlation. We were sitting down at a 5-star Mexican cuisine called Pancho's. We were sitting down at Pancho's when I realized there was truly something special about her. She radiates kindness, warmth, and a genuine spirit that instantly makes everyone around her feel at ease. From the very beginning, she welcomed me into her life with open arms. She so easily became the older sister I never had. I didn't know then, but there was one crucial moment I knew this was just written in the stars. I knew this was just meant to be. Merlin, Chechi, you were one of the most caring women I know, the most humble, loving, and kind. It wasn't just shown to me, but when my father was bedridden at the hospital with a spinal cord injury, unable to move his limbs, he was about to go into surgery that we didn't know what was gonna happen next. We had no words, just tears streaming down all our faces. And in that crucial moment, you grabbed my brother's hand, brought us all in and closer together, and prayed one of the most heart-driven, gracious prayers that I've ever heard in my life. I knew in that moment that Nibbin didn't just bring you into our lives. God did. God did. You two have shown me what it's like to personify love, not just through your words, but through your actions. Both of you are role models, not just for me, but for every person here to witness. This kind of love is worth waiting for, worth fighting for, worth dying for. I know how beautiful this life is that will be shared, not just because this love is romantic, but because it's eternal. Nibbin and Merlin, my love for you is unconditional. I wish you a lifetime of love, unity, and happiness. God bless you both.
Hold up. Guys, can we give another round of applause to Shijin one time? I really don't know what I'm supposed to say right now. I'm halfway between tears, halfway between walking out. That was probably one of the best speeches I've ever heard. One more time, the brother of the groom, make some noise. 1, 2, 3.